girls across the world are standing together, speaking out and building movements that I believe will lead to a truly equal world. These badass women and girls changing the world are just like you, so stop thinking about being a feminist and join us. There's no one-size-fits-all in the movement. All you need to do is care and want to change the world. If you do, you are a feminist and have been so forever. The day you were born a girl, even in one of the richest countries in the world, you were born to fight for everything you will have, want to have, and to have. Ever since they blamed Eve for getting us all kicked out of the Garden of Eden, women and girls have been seen as something to fear and to be kept in their place. The tools the oppressor uses are different depending on when and where you were born, but at the heart of all of them is the ability to create fear. Fear of what might happen if you, as a girl or woman, step outside the narrative created for you. Like I said, these tools come in different forms. I'm going to tell you the story of how the patriarchy tried to break me and how, in fighting back, I found my feminist voice, and today I'm one in millions of women seeking to make this world better for generations to come. Almost 30 years ago, I was subjected to one of the worst forms of gender-based abuse. I was an act that was meant to break me, and it nearly did when I almost died at the age of 11 from complications due to FGM. FGM, which stands for female genital mutilation, is a procedural act that involves the partial or total removal of the external female genitalia or the injury to the female genital organs for non-medical reasons. Non-medical is the key word here. I was 7 when I was subjected to FGM, and yes, it was painful, but it was also stupid, and that's what drove me to ask questions. I was told that FGM was going to help me become a woman, and in all fairness, I think those around me believed that, but I did not. Until that moment, being a girl had been fun and not so different to it was to be a boy. To be honest, I was not aware of the gender I was born into and how it had for centuries been the one under attack. I was the only girl in the family, and growing up with brothers and uncles my age, we were all treated the same. I got the same access to school, love and toys, and everything was fine, but FGM changed all this for me, if not for those around me. As soon as I saw the woman who was going to cut me, I knew there was nothing good in her or what was about to happen. I had no context as to what was going to happen to me, but I knew it was not anything like the boys' circumcision. I had seen all the boys in my family taken to the hospital to be cut, and they came back limping, but there was never a sense of doom and gloom around them. The men who carried out the circumcision also did not look like death or dementia, those dark and evil things from Harry Potter. Having worked in the fight against FGM, what I have found is that those who carry it out are sometimes as much of a victim as the child they are holding down. What they meant by telling me that I was now a woman after my FGM was that the shock and horror of FGM should put me in my place. I was to keep silent. It was meant to instill fear in me. If this was how I was welcomed into womanhood, what else could happen if I did not play by the rules? Rules that included that girls should be seen and not heard. Girls don't dream big, and for sure, girls do not rule anything. These rules like FGM are bullshit, and what I did not know is that my mother did not believe in them either. When I had FGM, she was young and did not have the power to speak up. But what she did have was the power to raise me with the ability to not just rage but war. So when I speak out about the women fighting back, they're all around us. They are raising us, educating us, holding our hands without us knowing it. The moment I found out that my mum was a badass was the same day I officially became a feminist. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a spring day in March, and I was going to the doctor's for a checkup. A few months before, I had life-saving surgery to undo some of the damage caused by my FGM. The relationship I had with my mum changed after my FGM. I was forever asking why, and getting nowhere, so we kind of stopped talking and just became two ships in the night. As she was taking me to the docks that day, a man came up to us. The man, who was some kind of distant uncle, spoke of my mum ignoring me and said, "If you do not teach this girl to dress, she'll be lost to the horrors of the West and become a feminist." I was 12, and I think that's the first time I really heard the word. I had no idea what a feminist really was, but what I did know and what I saw was my mother telling him that I was her daughter, and what I was going to be was great. Her words still ring in my ears, and as I stood there dressed like Scary Spice, I think I took on the path of my mum and the Spice Girls all at once. I'm going to let you into another secret. Smashing the patriarchy can be fun. You can save the world, be a feminist, and be cool AF. The idea that my generation found their voice in feminism, thanks to the Spice Girls, is something that many mock, and others who think of themselves as radical feminists even find offensive. But it's true, and I want you to know that you can find heroes and role models anywhere. When trauma or the patriarchy smack you in the face, what you need is some fun. For women and girls, the world can be a dark place. When you take on campaigning, the darkness can and will consume you. If you don't look for some fun, you should fight the good fight. So this is why I want to write this essay and share with you the reality. We are winning. And as we do it, we're having fun. The reason I love the Spice Girls is that they changed the world while never taking themselves seriously. They met world leaders and called them out on their bullshit. They sacked their manager and took on the music world and won. The Spice Girls were a revolution, and today when I meet prime ministers and presidents, I channel them as much as I channel my mum, grandmother, and those who pushed a little harder every generation, so I could stand as tall as I do today. I hope as you read this you are singing a Spice Girls song. I hope you are planning your role in the movement, and I hope you are full of hope for a better world. If you still don't believe we are winning, let me tell you the final secret. On 11 October 2017, the number of uncut women and girls in my family outnumbered those who had been subjected to FGM. FGM has been around for over 4,000 years, and in less than 8 years, my family and many of those I know went from 100% uptake of FGM to 0 in a generation. In my birth country and across the world, FGM could end by 2030. I started my activism with a hashtag Myths of My Muff banner. Of course you call it Myths of My Muff, that's amazing. I took another 7-foot banner that read, "We would not cut off your dick, so don't cut our clit," to the centre of London. This was not all for show, and this started a conversation that led to the UK committing £36 million to ending FGM. The Prime Minister said that he was committed to ending FGM in a generation as a result of me turning up at number 10 dressed as a penny. Of course you're dressed as a vagina. I've never heard of Nimco Ali before, but I love her already. Change is happening, and as I type this, I'm sitting next to my niece. She's 7 months older than I was when I had FGM. She will never know FGM, nor will her daughters or her cousins. Sophia has a girl with dreams to be who and whatever she wants to be, and little girls with dreams become women with vision. Vision to shape the world as leaders and hopefully as fun feminists. So be free, be fierce, but most of all have fun while being a feminist. Oh yeah, and download Spice World, it is basically live. I love this, it's really dark, but in the end it's really uplifting to hear how in her family FGM is just completely gone. No one does it anymore. I must say I'm also kind of, against circumcision. Not always. If you are a consenting adult and you're doing it for whatever reason, you do you. Or if it's for a legit medical reason. Americans, I feel, they do this a lot more than Europeans, because they think it's for a medical reason. It's not. It's not. Most Europeans are uncut and they don't all get infections or something, but for a legit medical reason, sure. Otherwise, a baby or a child cannot consent, so just stop unconsensual genital mutilation in general. But FGM is a big problem because of, the reason. Circumcision is either for faith or perceived medical reasons. It's not meant to take men down or keep them quiet or instill fear in them, and for women that seems to be the reason. So there's a big difference. But yeah, maybe just stop mutilating babies or children's genitals in general. But amazing essay. I loved it. If you did too, please leave a like, and I will see you in the next one.